come. I am here on set with Deroy Murdock, a contributing editor with the National Review and a Fox News contributor, here to react to this news. Okay, so they're saying, James Clapper, release whatever information you have. What's wrong with that?
Well, if he has information, let's see the information. I mean, if they've got proof of Russian involvement in our elections, that's something we all ought to know. I think it's interesting that John Podesta, the chief strategist or campaign chairman for Hillary Clinton, wants a briefing specifically to members of the Electoral College. What does that mean? Are they trying to get an end run and have the Electoral College deny Donald Trump the Electoral College victory that he won?
You think they're still trying for that?
I think they're trying everything they can. I put nothing at all past these people. I mean, they're trying to behave badly, but I put nothing past Team Clinton to try to do some last-minute thing to try to get her in. I don't think these people have accepted the notion that Donald Trump, who used to have a reality TV show, somehow is going to become commander-in-chief. They're the same people who said it was horrifying that he said wait till the election to see if Donald Trump would accept the results of the election, and how dare he say that, how dictatorial. And now that the things went the other way, they don't seem to want to accept the results of this election.
State of denial. But it seems to me that, there should be some transparency of information. And if they're out there, somebody's talking to the Washington Post, what is it that they're telling the Washington Post? Buck Sexton, who used to work for the CIA, was just on this program saying, look, trust me, if the CIA actually had some, big red flag that said that Russia really hacked this whole system, then you'd actually be hearing about it. But this is just sort of dribs and drabs. And that has a very negative effect on the overall, frankly, sentiment of the American people who are questioning, the diplomatic, the democratic process.
Yes, that is true. I think if the hacking is that Russia specifically went in and manipulated the results of specific voting machines such that Donald Trump got votes that he didn't deserve, that's one thing. I don't think anyone seems to be claiming that. I think they are claiming that they hacked the emails of John Podesta and others and got this information out. But there's so many other factors that contributed to this campaign. For example, it would be significant if we learned that the Russians hacked the GPS on Hillary Clinton's plane so that it couldn't find Wisconsin, so she couldn't land in Wisconsin to campaign. Or if the work order of the State Department said, put in new computer system for Secretary of State, instead of saying 7th floor, the State Department said Chappaqua, and the workman went there. There are many other things she did to blow this that had nothing to do with Russia, that she did herself. She needs to take responsibility for this, and Hillary Clinton is the one who lost this election.
But they don't want to take responsibility
not Vladimir Putin, not the KGB, and not the people in the Kremlin.
No, they've claimed everything, whether it's sexism, whether it's racism,
yes, it's always
whether it's Russia, James Comey, you name it. Let me turn to another thing, obviously, still making news right now, and this is, of course, the concern about China right now, and that Donald Trump is playing sort of a very different game than anything we've seen in the last roughly 40 years. Taking that call with the Taiwanese president has really upset the Chinese. What's your reaction to it?
Yeah, it's interesting how when Barack Obama ran for president, he promised change. And we said, change is good. We need change. Now we're getting change under Donald Trump, and people hate it. Oh, my God, how dare he change things? He's been elected. He's got to leave everything exactly as it's been for the last 35 years. Can't change anything. Leave it all alone.
So, in other words, you're telling me change is good when it comes from the left, but change from the right?
Horrible. How dare we? Now, look, also, China today is not China from 1979. In 1979, it was inward-looking, Maoist closed society. In 2016, this is a very vibrant, outward-looking economic superpower. Yeah. If Donald Trump takes a congratulatory phone call from the president of Taiwan, China shouldn't have a meltdown about this. They shouldn't go into the China syndrome and just melt into the ground. This would be kind of roughly, it's not an exact analogy, but if let's say that the governor of Puerto Rico called the Secretary General of the Communist Party in China, said congratulations on winning election, and then the President of the United States freaked out, oh my God, how could you possibly take a phone call from the governor of Puerto Rico? China's a big boy. China should be able to take this, they should laugh it off and say, okay, they had a nice chat. I hope Donald said that the President of Taiwan said hello to us, to Donald.
And do you think that's
just let it roll off their
backs. If the tables were turned?
Absolutely. Look, the President-elect of the United States should be able to take a phone call from anybody he wants. It's not as if they sat there on the phone and they said, okay, as soon as I get it, I want you to take those $1.8 billion in weapons that Obama sold you and start lobbying them at Shanghai. That's not the case. It was, hello, congratulations, glad you won. Let's continue to have a nice dialogue. And if it's okay for Obama to have sent $1.8 billion in weapons to Taiwan last year, why is it some kind of virtual act of war for Trump to accept a phone call from the president of Taiwan saying congratulations on your electoral victory?
Deroy Murdock, good to have you here. And Merry Christmas. I love the red velvet and the little Santas on the side.
This is my business Santa outfit.
Thank you. All right, we got the markets continuing to rally here, everyone.